Hi everybody, Kyle Austin, MLive.com here at the Bryce Jordan Center at Penn State after Michigan State's 71-56 win over Penn State. And impressive final score, maybe not so impressive of a performance for Michigan State. You know, they go up by 10 pretty early, but really kind of a lackadaisical second half. A lot of turnovers, let Penn State get within 10 before they kind of go on a run. You know, some not great performances from a lot of key players. So a bit of a wake-up call, you know, for Michigan State. Not that the scores are ever that close, but that, you know, they've been riding so high, and they kind of came back down to earth a little bit in this game. And I think the good news is that if you're going to come back down to earth in a Big Ten road game, this is probably the best place to do it, because Penn State's really kind of out of sorts right now, not really having anything going, and Michigan State is able to play one of its worst games in a couple of weeks here and still able to come out with a pretty comfortable win. And I think if you're Tom Izzo, you know, he was upset in the post-game press conference, but I think part of him is going to be happy that his team, you know, he said pretty quickly, we're not as good as everyone thinks. So I think this is a game that can kind of bring your team back down to reality. Not that I don't think they were flying too high, but I think this is going to be a bit of a wake-up call for them without taking an upset loss. Nick Ward I thought was pretty good, especially in the first half, 16 points, 11 rebounds. Cassius Winston, probably his worst game of the year, 7 turnovers. Kind of came on late to finish with 11 points, but really kind of out of sorts. He picked up 3 fouls in the first half. He admitted to us just now in the locker room. That kind of took him off of his game. And then, you know, they're up double digits most of the second half, and they just didn't really kind of put their foot down on this team. And then a lot of freshmen playing today. Aaron Henry makes his first career start. Gabe Brown with a lot of minutes off the bench, and a fair amount of Foster Loyer, both, you know, with their perimeter depth problems and with Cassius Winston getting in foul trouble. And I thought those guys were pretty good overall. 14 points, I think, between them. Only 2 turnovers, and I think pretty key minutes for them. And the key thing is going to be, you know, this is a game that with a lot of freshmen on the perimeter and not much depth, you can kind of get by. You look at Nebraska on the road on Thursday, that's going to be the big one. We don't know if Joshua Langford is going to come back, probably not. And Kyle Lawrence, he's going to be a question mark too for that game. But this was a good kind of way to get ready for those guys to play these major minutes, because they're going to have to play a lot better, frankly, at Nebraska on Thursday if they're going to come out with another win. So that'll do it from the Bryce Jordan Center 71-56 Michigan State win. And check MLive.com/Spartans for all the coverage.